What is going on, everybody? So today I thought I would bring you along the journey while I do a scuba mod on my 2019 TRD Pro Tacoma. Now, the reason I wanted to do this video is, one, just kind of show you some pointers and tips and tricks or whatever like that I might find while I'm doing this mod. This mod has been well documented all over the internet, particularly on Tacoma World. I will leave a link for that information down below. So basically, I'm just going to try to do a video version of that forum thread. Now, why would you want to do a rear diff mod or a scuba mod? Well, I'm glad you asked. The problem arises whenever you forward water that's more than a couple feet deep. In its current configuration, you have the rear differential breather. It's located pretty low. If you forward water, then you do run the risk of introducing water into your rear differential housing to begin with. Now, you don't need to be Elon Musk to understand that water and oil do not mix. So basically what we're going to be doing is relocating the rear diff to a safer, more secure location. And that's what we're going to do. So I figured I would at least tell you some of the stuff that you might need. Now, this mod is very cheap. Really, all things considered, it's probably around 50 bucks, if not under. So you're going to need some fuel line. You're going to need a brass 3-way deal. Also going to need an air filter. And you can make yourself a bracket. I just made this out of some 16 gauge steel that I have lying around. And again, I will list all the parts that you will need in the description below. Okay, so I fumbled through this portion, so I will just dictate after the fact. What I am doing here is starting from the engine bay. I presumed that it would be easier than trying to weave a fuel line hose up through some obscure hole from underneath the vehicle. I decided to mount this bracket and filter on the driver's side firewall, as there was already a threaded post that looked like a good spot. I cannot recall specifically the nut size. I want to say it was an M6 thread, but I've slept since then, so for that I do apologize. For the diagram on how to make your own bracket will be listed down below within the forum. Alright, so this is a little bit better view of what just happened. See that threaded screw? Things aren't focusing, but you kind of get the idea. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rest of this hose. I'm going to find an opening down there somewhere, and yeah, let's go from there. Alright folks, so I found a little tricky spot. You know, I'm right by the driver's side tire, and you know, this thing, I guess it's part of the exhaust. It's kind of hard to see, but I'll try to point to it in post-pro. The hose is coming down over here. So basically what I found was there's already piping or plumbing, if you will, that Toyota from the factory did. So I am going to try to follow this along. All right, so the first obstacle after you get it through all that mess is then to kind of squeeze it through here. And basically what we're going to do, we're just going to try to follow this all the way back the best I can. And yeah, I definitely want to be mindful, because I know I am going to be putting rock sliders on this, so hopefully I'll leave myself some slack just in case I need to change anything. I know, I hate Blair Witch shaky cam footage just as much as the next person. So basically it kind of weaves in and out, and then as you see those lines right there. So it weaves in and out around this frame, and then basically what I'm going to do once I get to a certain point where those lines are kind of already plumbed, I'm just going to try to follow the path of least resistance and try to not leave you guys with too much Blair Witch shaky cam stuff. So, alrighty, we finally fished our way back here to the rear differential. Here's the line. And I got 15 foot of fuel line, and it looks like I'm going to be okay. And there's the rear diff breather that we're going to be taking out, and then I will show you the basically this guy. Again, I'll give links in the description and all that down below. So I think we need a 10mm wrench in order to get that rear diff off, and yeah, we'll go ahead and conclude this. I will say, one of the tips or tricks, if you have a 2019 Tacoma, it'll definitely be a little bit easier if you remove the spare tire before doing this. I mean, you can definitely get to it. It just makes life, you know, a little more colorful. language. So, alright, here we go. Alright, here we are. Here is the rear diff breather that we just took off. Actually, it was a 14mm wrench that took that off. This will be a 10 going on. But I would definitely advise using some anti-seize before putting it on, just to make life easier if you decide to undo it, or if you need to repair or replace anything. Alright, let's finish this up. Alright, here we are back with the Blair Witch shaky cam. Alright, I'm back here by the rear diff. You see there's my hose, right there somewhere. There we go, right over there. Got it clamped in, and got quite a bit of slack. I don't think I'm going to be running into any issues there. Good, probably an extra foot or so. So I'm just going to shore this up and wrap up the Scuba mod. Wasn't that bad after all. Well folks, that wraps that up. I hope it was beneficial to some. It's really hard to kind of see in some of these tight spots, but I assume you folks know that. Overall, I thought this mod was pretty easy. I think anybody can do it. I'm not really a wrench turner myself. I mean, I like to tinker and stuff, but that's about it. I am going to keep the spare, or I am going to keep the actual rear diff breather with me, just in the truck, just in case if I ever have any issues on the trails, or I could quickly remedy that, you know, anywhere. The only thing really again to note is I would definitely remove the spare tire. It would definitely help out. And on my parts list, it asked for a brass T fitting to tie in the E-locker breather. I was not able to locate that under there, so I'm sure there's going to be some changes between, you know, years and stuff like that. But anyway, I was not able to find the E-locker ordeal, so at least on the 2019 Tacoma, I did not have to use that brass T. So, all right, folks, that about wraps everything up today. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Until next time, be a good human. See you soon.